All right, hey guys, it's us. Well, how do I do this again? Hey guys, it's me, Jamesy. Yeah, Jamesy, okay. Hey guys, it's me, Jamesy. I'm here for another Pro Cycling TV episode, again with Darren Rappaport. And today we're going to be talking about the new genre of cross-country bikes. So Darren, how do we make cross-country great again?
We're gonna get some red hats and we're gonna get it embroidered. No, I digress. I think Santa Cruz kind of went down this road back in 2016. There was a great product launch for the Santa Cruz Tallboy 3. It featured Greg Minnaar on the eve of the Cape Epic. And so what cross-country riders have needed and how the sport has evolved for them, getting out of short track, getting into more marathon distance and ultimately stage racing, I think the needs of the rider have changed, so has the geometry as well, making more trail-worthy features relevant in cross-country racing.
All right, so what are the biggest features that distinguish these bikes?
Well, other than just the evolution in geometry, there's a variety of manufacturers that have really followed the Tallboy 3 launch from 2 years ago with a similar package. First and foremost, you begin to see geometry that's more suitable in a variety of terrain, not just benign cross-country terrain. The inclusion of a dropper post is kind of consistent across all of these bikes, and then getting away from narrower, faster tires into something that's a little bit faster and more aggressive for the variety of terrain that a lot of riders are gonna find themselves riding on. It really just takes a cross-country bike into a slightly longer travel context, or maybe it's an emerging category that's sort of effectively known as short travel trail.
Well, let's go back for a second and talk about the travel. So again, going back to the Epic XC race machine that we're familiar with, 100mm rear wheel travel, 100mm fork travel, basically. What are we seeing on this new breed of cross-country bikes?
So for model year 19, Specialized came out with the Epic Evo, or Evolution for short. What that did was it grew 20mm in the front, so now we have a Fox 34 step-cast fork. It's not brain equipped. We keep the brain equipped rear shock for 100mm in the rear. But again, back to that tire analogy, slightly wider, slightly more aggressive tread, 20mm more travel in the front, the inclusion of a dropper post, and a slightly wider bar now make this a real trail-worthy companion. So if the Epic was all things to short track and cross-country racing, this just allows you to have a little bit more fun of a bike and some more trail-worthy features as well. The Yeti SB100 is also worthy of discussion as well. This one is not a true replacement for Yeti's tried and true ASR from their cross-country days, but this one again effectively tries to make cross-country that much more applicable and relevant in the modern context. It has the new Switch Infinity system. As we've already seen already in the SB130 and 150, the shock placement has now offered the inclusion of a bottle, which is great, again, for a marathon or stage racer. They got a little bit more capacity in the frame now for nutrition. A 120mm fork, a 100 rear shock, and again, in this context of long travel cross country or short travel trail, the Tallboy 3, the Specialized Epic Evo, or one model that we haven't mentioned yet, and that would be the Santa Cruz Blur Trail, also worthy of discussion. Hey, let me ask you a question. Why did you choose the Specialized Epic Evo?
I've always sold Specialized bikes. Specialized bikes, but especially the Specialized Epic as being this super gnarly cross-country bike, and you're not going to have any fun riding it, and it's a pure race bike. So when they came out with this 120 fork up front, it kind of opened up a couple possibilities. I've always been a big gravity rider, so the idea of going to a bike where I really need to be a lot more conscious of the lines I pick and stop being so knuckle dragging and barreling through a section, that's what really eluded it to me. So, I mean, the only different things I did was get even more aggressive tires, a wider handlebar, and then a stiffer fork just for my riding style. But yeah, I just wanted to open up just a different page on the book just to see how it rode and what it was all about.
That's interesting because I'm sort of the opposite, but we met in the middle on the Epic Evo. So, I look around, I look at a lot of the long travel trail bikes, and I think I'm not the kind of rider that would really benefit from some of those features and those designs. But then I know that my Epic, my tried and true cross-country race bike, has done well for me for so many years. If I just want the same kind of efficiency with a little bit more capability and the flexibility to ride a little bit more gnarlier terrain, then we meet in the middle with the Epic Evo. And I think that that's really a statement about where the industry is going and how these bikes have kind of evolved over the last couple of years. We have tried and true, steep angled, short travel, 100 mil thereabouts for cross-country racing, short track, pretty benign terrain. You know, the customary cross-country racer is probably gonna be on their bike maybe an hour, hour and a half tops.
Yeah.
And so they're not really concerned about where am I gonna keep nutrition for a stage race, or if I wanna get into a marathon event that's upwards of 100 miles or longer, you know, where am I gonna keep my spares, and where am I gonna be able to, you know, build capacity in the terrain that I'm gonna be riding. And I think that that's where these bikes have really created their own sort of niche. They're not quite trail, they're not quite cross country, they're sort of sitting right in between. And all of these bikes have really trail-worthy features now. You know, they all have dropper posts, they have treads that are more customarily found on all mountain bikes and trail bikes, and they have travel and geometry that really lends itself to the stability and handling that you come to appreciate in a trail bike, while still retaining some of that efficiency and lightweight fit and feel that they're gonna get on a cross-country bike.
All right, guys, that's another episode of Pro Cycling TV. Thanks for joining us. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button, and any comments you have, just throw them below. Thanks, Darren.
See you, man.
Boosh! Ow!